What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? This throwback. I'm Sean. Sorry about that little camera bump. Uh, and yeah, we back. So, right after the last show, right? Check it. After I did the last show, yo, I did a lot of writing though. Now, I'm gonna show y'all just between the last show and I did that like what 3 days ago. So I started here and I did all this much writing. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I watch the people I be watching. Shout out Judah and Pharaoh and all them Riz, Kalai. So I be watching them, right? And so they'll be saying, "Yo, man, it's like it hit me, the Most High, the Creator, He hit me and got, you know what I'm saying." I be writing. This morning I was writing and I had to actually put the pen down. I had to put the book down and like, yo, stop. You gotta get a little rest. But anyway, okay, we back, right? So, Blue Lives Matter, right? Blue Lives Matter. Or the blue flu, huh? The blue flu, huh? Because until these cameras, I talk about this all the time. We were saying for years, man, for years, that, yo, something happened to the brother that went into the police station and got killed. Something happened to the brother this wasn't right how they shot the sister. This wasn't right how the sister go to the precinct and end up dead. You know, it wasn't right how police did me when he pulled me over. It wasn't right that when I was 9 years, 10 years old, police got smacked. I got smacked in the face by police. So when we tell people these things, people don't believe us. So we got cameras now. So how we get to the blue flu, right? So we got cameras now that show the shit that we've been saying was happening. And even with these cameras, y'all are trying to come up with a reason to say that what we visually seeing did not happen. And so when that happens and we get upset, you guys are out protesting. You guys got a blue flu. But they'll say, oh, it's not all of the cops, Sherm. It's not all of the cops that's it's just a few bad apples. So why don't y'all want to get rid of those bad apples? And then you know the rest of the saying for that. Like this one bad apple spoil a whole bunch. That's the whole saying. It's just one bad apple. Yeah, but one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. They don't say that part of it. So it's real funny that they protested, they mad, and they got a blue flu because y'all protesting what? Y'all protesting the right to keep killing us? Y'all protesting the right to want to put somebody in the chokehold like just yesterday in New York City, they fired like that's what y'all blue fluing for? Y'all protesting and y'all mad because y'all want to still have the right to hurt us, to kill us, to treat us like less than what we should be treated like. Okay. Just keeping score. Before I get to this, somebody asked me out of the blue, right? It's somebody that live in New York or be in New York. So they hit me up out the blue. I'm posting shit, and they go, "Sean, you not a Republican, are you?" And I ain't even answer them yet. I'm gonna do this show. I'll answer them after the show. But my thing is, do it matter? If I'm a Democrat or Republican, I live in a whole nother state. Like, see, people don't like, okay, I live in North Carolina, you live in New York City. In New York City, Cuomo is a Democrat and de Blasio is a Democrat. And if you can't see that them two dudes don't know what the fuck they doing, or that they crooked as hell, especially Cuomo. Crooked. Why you say he's crooked, Sharon? Because on March 28th or 30th of this year, he signed a bill in the law where the people can't sue the senior citizens' homes. And then right after that, a month later, he got $1 million from them, right? So yeah, so if Cuomo ain't crooked or incompetent, you know, why would you in New York? Why are you voting for Democrats? Why you voting for Democrats? So it don't even matter what I am. Should it matter what I am? I know if I was in New York City for sure, I would be voting all Republican. Period. And what's AOC? Democrat. I'm voting Republican in New York City. You couldn't talk me into voting fucking Democrat in New York City. Not even close. Not even close. Not one. Now, let's get off of that. Why do we lend why do banks lend government money that they don't have? Like, you'll have governments all around the world going to individuals that own banks that don't have the money to support the governments. So now the governments borrow the money from these bankers, corrupt bankers. Then the money they get from us, from them, they giving it, or they lending it to us with the house or this, and they tack it interest on it, because the money that we using is not ours. But hold on, y'all, the money that we using borrowing from the bank, and we getting for interest, that we paying interest on and all of that, is backed by our tax dollars. Why the fuck are we borrowing the money for then? If we borrowing the money and we backing the money that they don't have with our tax dollars and shit like that at a higher rate, and then we the one that's backing it when anything falls, any markets collapse, we gotta bail them out with our money? And they ain't even had the money in the first place. Trillions of dollars to every country around the world. They don't have that much money. It's a fucking Ponzi scheme. They set the world up in a Ponzi scheme. These fucking bankers. That's just what it is. Just like last, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. So, I seen they had earthquakes, right? And it's another one down the road. I forget what the other one is. So, and this is like as I'm writing. So, I write one here and then I keep writing. So, excuse me. So I see they had an earthquake, and I see it was China Lake, right? Out there in China Lake. So I go, okay. They be saying that when you hear the earthquakes, and I said that on here a couple of times. Let's test your theory, Sean. Earthquake in China Lake. Look it up. There's a deep dome out there in China Lake. You can't make it up. It's another one. I think it's Pond, whatever, down the road. I'll look at it. Out in Greenland, I think it was. They go around blowing up domes. They sent me the thing, sent me the link, said, Sean, look at the earthquake. They said they heard 2 earthquakes and then heard smoke. I was like, hello, earthquakes come with no smoke. They said, oh, they think it's the volcano erupting. No, it ain't the volcano erupting. It's still down there blowing up the motherfucking human traffickers in the motherfucking deep state. That's what's going on. But anyway, yeah, look, they go, tell the truth and 2 lies. Oh, you know they gotta tell the truth and 2 lies. And they know they gotta tell the truth. Nah, you gotta tell the truth and put them 2 lies in your fucking pocket, turn your ass around, and walk away. That's my shit now. No, you ain't gotta tell the truth and 2 lies. You could tell all 3 lies. You choose to tell a lie. So if you lying, and go ahead, turn your ass around and walk away. I ain't got no time for lies and drama and all that. Word up. Tell me the truth so I can decide. See? Gotta tell me the truth so I can decide. Because if you lie and you change the story up, you don't even give me a chance to make a choice based off all the information. You giving me limited information, and that's what the United States is doing right now. They giving us limited information. So you can't believe nothing. If they've been lying in school books, they done changed the map. The Pope done changed the map. They changing history. They hiding pyramids over here and shit all over the country that they don't talk about or whatever. If they do those big elaborate lies, what else you think they killing presidents or whatever? They blowing up the World Trade Center. They got a presidential trafficking ring for the scumball, the rich scumballs, because they ain't elites, for the rich scumballs in America and around the world. Come on, man, wake up, man. Wake up. Last show, I had a second opinion, right? This time we got tainted sanitizer or defective sanitizer. Yeah, so I seen that now. So they had a thing with the defective sanitizer, and I'm thinking, but y'all the one that said to overuse it. Y'all the ones saying to overuse it. And then I seen a guy where he was saying, you know, it's gonna be some kind of complications down the road behind this. It's gonna be some complications. Yeah, the overuse of the bacteria and like people something gonna happen. I don't know what it is, but something will happen. Because it's good and bad bacteria on your body. So you need that. You need that. So shouts out Riz and Khalid did a live joint. So shouts out to them brothers, man. They plan to try to scare us before the end. This is what George Soros said. George Soros said, and I quote, "Yeah, we're going to fund black groups and, you know, bring down the United States because, man, the easiest people to manipulate are the blacks, you know, they're the easiest to manipulate." Think swirl. Yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy now, man, how, and I'm going back to manipulation. So Serena, just look at Serena. Serena, growing up, you monkey, you gorilla, she looked like a man and all this shit. This is what they were saying. We never was saying that. Remember? It was black men that was saying that Serena was sexy, Serena was hot, this and this and that. It was black men. What took Serena end up doing to get in cold? She started bashing black men and marry a white guy. I'm like, yo, what about your father? Your father was right there for you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Doing this thing. Yelling and every time they call her a gorilla or a monkey. Fuck that! Throw a fit. Black women like gangster music now. I remember when women I dated when you listen to rap music. Well, listen to that shit. When now y'all out here suck my dick, this and this and that. I'm like, this is one that's real. That's coming. It's coming my way too. What's that? The Sahara dust cloud. The dust cloud coming in and stuff. Greenland, Iceland, or whatever, right? I've been in what's them shits, them sandstorms in the desert and stuff like that. It's pretty harmless. It's pretty harmless. I would say the thing that makes it bad is maybe, you know, you don't know what's in the sand or the dust, the dried feces or urine or decomposed by whatever could be floating around in the dust. So you got that, of course, or whatever. But pretty much you just want to have something on, you know, covered your face if the dust start blowing, and your eyes. It ain't just because you'll cover your this and this, but then you're going to have shit all in your eyes and be doing this. It's best to stay out of it if you can. We would have to drive around and drive in the storms and stuff like that, so we had to do what we had to do. But you don't have to do that. They got red iodine dust that's going to start kicking off the sun and stuff like that. So, you know, the weather gonna change. I bring up the weather patterns because the weather gonna change from now moving forward. You look at Japan, they ain't talking about the flooding over there. The flooding is terrible in Japan, terrible. They having earthquake. They had an earthquake in Mexico, and it did a tsunami. So it's the weather pattern is going to get worse. The weather pattern is going to get worse, and the weather pattern is going to get worse until the people that run the world do the right thing. Period. They had the time where they could have changed things up, and the Most High gave them signs and and telling them they need to do the right thing and all of this. Like even right now, you know, waking people up with knowledge, waking people up to the fact of our history and what they stole from us and all of this and our legacy and all that. So, like, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. The Pope, no more the vicar of Christ. What's the vicar of Christ? VICAR. Y'all can right now, but the vicar of Christ is he's no longer representing God here on earth anymore. This is Pope. This is Pope. Pope. I talk about the Archbishop, that letter he wrote. I saw the letter. I posted the whole letter. I read it. Shit crazy, man. Was talking. So 1 and 1 always make 2, right? Yeah, Sherm. 1 and 1 make 2, Sherm. How you gonna try to trick us out of that? If it's a man and a woman, 1 and 1 could make 3. 4 or 5 or 6. Vaccines. 2021. If we still here, if this is still the same, because I think December it's gonna flip upside down. But 2021, if everything's still right side up, right, the world right side up, right, because I ain't convinced of that yet. But if it's still right side up and Biden is the president, we gonna be getting vaccinated. We gonna be getting vaccine, and it's gonna be chaos in the streets and shit, because they gonna want to start using them FEMA camps that Trump ain't using yet, that y'all say Trump want to put people in. Biden gonna really be doing it. God is not white, y'all. God is not white. Jesus is not white. Let it go, y'all. Let it go. Oh, it don't matter. That's the white, the online the other day, the Karen. Oh, it don't matter if Jesus is white. It don't matter now. Yes, it do. Because if it didn't matter, why would y'all change it? If it didn't matter, why is it blue-eyed, pictures of blue-eyed Jesus all over this place? That's what y'all need to tear down. That's what y'all need to come out and say. Like, y'all tearing down the little flag and a little statue. Who cares? Let's tear down the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's uncover these pyramids over here. Like, that's what I want to see. Y'all want to see, y'all want to do something for us. Let brothers that want to get these books that cost $1,600 and $2,000 and $5,000 and $10,000, that it's only 5 copies, that y'all got hitting all 5 copies down in the Vatican. Let that out. That's what y'all do if y'all want to tear some stuff down. All that other shit is superficial. And y'all apologies from banks, say the apologies. Give us some money. Give us some gold. Sign some land over. That's what y'all do. All this apologies and all this fake bull, it's just fake shit. Just to dress it up for y'all. That shit ain't, think about it, y'all. All of that ain't for us. Tearing all them statues down, it ain't for us, because they was just saying no like last year to tearing that shit down. What? I remember they gave the Sons of Confederate here in North Carolina $2 million to take care of one of the fucking statues on the fucking campus. So that shit is all bullshit. That shit is all bullshit. Stop having like little, y'all be compartmentalizing or whatever. Y'all be taking a thought and putting it in a compartment. And y'all be remembering and linking them thoughts together. You gotta start linking them thoughts together. Maggie Haberman. Since CNA, a lady said that they had a meltdown. Okay. So the CNN, Maggie Haberman, was like, yeah, and she's a them, and this and that, and hate Trump. But Biden's kind of a flawed candidate, and they don't want to admit that his flaws, blah 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 blah. They attacked her, meltdown, attacked her. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing to expose it. And I don't care who you are. If you could look at Joe Biden honestly and tell me that you think he is still competent and he gonna last 4 years, I don't even want to talk to you no more about people. Not even politics, about people. If you could look at Joe Biden, I'm gonna like for you to do me a favor. Yeah, what? Get out of here. This guy can't even talk straight. Word up. He is definitely controlled. We know all the presidents. They say all the presidents. He coming out showing you, yeah, I know. I got my team. And even when he was bribing the Ukraine guy on the telephone, you know, he was like, yeah, you know, my team said that that's not gonna work. He's definitely controlled, man. Forget about it. Virtual Grace. Virtual Grace. Virtual Grace is a African sister or sister from over there, and she does podcasts on stuff going on in Africa or whatever. So I'll be checking her out, and she got to this guy, Hush Puppy, like Nigerian billionaire. You know, he be on IG, flossing, the shoes, the jewelry, the cars, financial crimes. Financial crimes, moved to Dubai and all that and everything. And he was the one that they say was behind. He 100 million for the unemployment. The 100 million took out over a couple 100 million with fake from the United States from the COVID relief unemployment checks. He took that shit. These heads is crazy. I seen some stuff where they in other parts of Africa they burnt up destroyed the Nigerian embassy and all that. Like the people that was because China definitely crooked. China is crooked. They crooked. Like certain countries, man, they just go out to crush other countries and come up off of them. And so Nigerian businessman caught busted. I'm like, golly. The future. World War II happened because they printed too much money. So that's what they saying happened. That's why they trying to start World War II here. They trying to start, not World War II. They trying to start a civil war here because they trying to hide their financial crimes. And wars and chaos hide financial crimes. Hyperinflation. He said it's kind of like this. Hyperinflation. It's kind of like this. You go into a store with a wheelbarrow to buy food and you get what you want and you come out and you still got money in the same amount of money. Because it's like the money no more becomes important. The barrel is important. The vehicle and how you delivering the money is important, basically. So a shadow banking system went broke in September 1999. Right? And so in the United States you have capitalism is, bank companies set up and make money and people and blah 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 blah. Socialism is everything is free. Communism is example of a communism is government going into partnership with businesses, and so the government start owning businesses, which I think the way these guys operate and all of that, that's like having the crooks watch the crooks. So I don't even know if that's a good thing, but I know if we're going to keep bailing out companies like Boeing, we should own part of it. That's the other part of it. We should own part of it because we should be making money. If the taxpayers is bailing y'all out, then the taxpayers should benefit when you up. So that's my point of it. They say, you bugging out, this and this and that. Well, whatever. Old school ways of thinking. Old school ways of schooling. Not just thinking as far as going to school. In school, they was pretty much brainwashing people to work for a company, to fall in line, be your little worker bee, be part of the American society, and blah, 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 blah. That's obsolete. It's obsolete because employees is, you see how they treat employees. Employees ain't shit. Employees ain't shit. So they need to start thinking people are thinking entrepreneurial in the sense of, we not grooming people to work for a job. We grooming people to go out there and create jobs. We grooming people to go out there. We trying to, your inventors, your great minds, we want to push them so they can help lead society within society as opposed to dumbing down society, and now they all looking up and looking for jobs and looking for this and this and that. So I think that's where we need to be trying to evolve to. Because think about it, I seen something where, they don't need, right now currently, they don't need people to drive trucks, cars, or fly a plane. They don't need them. They could do it with computers. They got drones. So you could literally have computers do that, right? Then you think about doctors, lawyers, accountants, they becoming obsolete. They becoming obsolete. You know what I mean? Especially once we get back to holistic things and herbs and minerals and rock. Real holistic, not this fake holistic that I've known some people doing. That shit ain't shit. But real holistic where, we really out here on our own and we done left that Western medicine alone, period. Of cutting and radiation. Cutting and radiation, that's it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so, the new economy is not being adjusted for workers. It's being adjusted for free thinkers. Thanks, man. It's being adjusted for free thinkers. Original ideas, companies. Start a business and you gonna. You get so much junk mail a day, man. Yeah, they just waste paper. They just waste paper sending you junk mail. Junk mail. But anyway, yeah, you think starting a business, you're gonna hire people and stuff like that, right? And the other thing is, man, it's going really. You just got a lot of growing up. You just gotta individually gotta grow up. I had to grow up. You gotta face shit. And I ain't talking about in life. I'm talking about in the last couple of months. I had to grow up and accept certain shit, man. I'm like, I see it, I'm hearing it, I know it's true, and I'm like, damn, that shit's so crazy, outlandish, Sherm. Like, and I'm resisting it. Like, you just like gotta keep your mind open to the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just what it is. A God has many attributes, right? Think about it. God has many attributes. So I was looking at it from me, gambling, I could gamble, got to play cards, dice, I'm going, hustle to get something to eat. I'm father, son, brother, intelligent, so clothes, cook, wash. I fix cars, trucks, tanks, so you got to look at yourself and start to give yourself more credit for the things that you have accomplished, the things you can do, even your ways and stuff like that, and start to bring it out. Because the Bible is full of lies because it's all about us. Think about it. If the Bible was about them and Jesus was really white, man, and all of that stuff, they wouldn't have changed a freaking word. They wouldn't have changed a word. They'd have changed the word. And they changed everything because it's gonna show us as great. You bugging, Sean. No, I mean. So on CNN the other day, on the Cuomo, Cuomo brother, Andrew Cuomo show, he was talking to a preacher on CNN. And the preacher said, well, say it real quick though. Well, we need to stop with the myth or the misconception that Jesus is white and has blue eyes. And, because that leads to the inferiority, because they said that little small part quick. And then they get it all to the inferiority complex and the superiority complex and the this and this and this and this and that. Like, yeah. I want to just stay right on that little, right there. That's it. We need to dispel the myth that Jesus is white with blue eyes. Definitely. Look at it this way. Politics, police, Vatican, human trafficking, that's all crooked. All crooked, demonic, illegal, inhumane shit. Was started by them. It's one of their jobs to clean that shit up. So Trump's supposed to be draining the swamp. They fucking built the swamp. It's supposed to be one of them out here bringing down the Vatican and all of that shit. That's y'all shit. Yeah, we might help. I do my part, post my videos and all that. But y'all supposed to do that. Y'all created this. Y'all created this, so y'all need to make it disappear. But the creator, Allah, he gonna help you. The Most High gonna help you. God, Jehovah, he gonna help you. Because it's gotta come down. It's time to come down. Been up long enough. Lies and lies and enforcing the lies with violence, with treachery, with financial crimes and all of that. Like it's time for it to be over, man. It's time for it to be up. And it's time because mentally enough of us decided collectively it's over. It's ending. They know we waking up, really. They try and lessen their judgment. They try and lessen their judgment. Oh, y'all was right all this time. Black lives do matter. And they even using that. Done flip that into some shit. I seen watch when I get. I ain't even gonna try to jump into it. 'Cause I want to make sure I'm reading all that shit right. But one of the places, Lone Pine, or whatever the place it was some earthquakes there. So I looked it up, see if it's a dome there. It's not a dome there. It's a gold mine there. It's a gold mine there, and the gold mine that's there is owned by a bunch of different companies, right? A bunch of different companies own it. Like maybe 6 companies, but each company is owned by maybe 7 people, right? Maybe 20 companies, and they all own this gold mine. But look at the name of the company: BLM Administrations. All of the, cause it's like 15 companies, BLM Administrations, all the way down, and then you got some people that own those particular companies that own the mines. So yeah, you know that's some crooked shit. Some crooked shit out there. Every time you see every time you see some shit, an earthquake, look and see if they got a dump there, a DUM or a base or some shit like that, or look for prostitution, look for human trafficking, look for that shit. Matter of fact, I got 2 back there, one with prostitution and one with the gold, where earthquakes happen. Most of the people wouldn't have. Oh yeah, here go one. So yeah, so they talk shit and this and this and that. Most people would not have ran if they know going in that they was going to be fighting against and taking on the CIA, the Vatican, FBI, DOJ, the media, and all of this shit. Celebrities, rappers, everybody. Motherfuckers that you used to rock with done turned on you. Crazy. They said, but and some of y'all can't even stop fucking a love infatuation with y'all celebrities that's satanic worshiping. Y'all can't even start with them. Chris Brown with the pedophilia symbol on here. Beyonce a satanic worshiper. Jay-Z a satanic worshiper. Throwing all the signs up. Saying the little sayings. Trying to fucking talk wax poetically over Aleister Crowley and shit like that. Niggas still fucking with them. Still, I had to cut somebody like Beyonce still sexy to me. Well, even if you know that he could be a motherfucker, used to be a man that's castrated and all of that stuff, and faking a pregnancy and all of this stuff. Like, yo, okay, you can go ahead and still look at him as a lady if you want to. I'm gonna look at shit for real until I know what it really is for real. No, I would have ran and did just like him. Staying in my hotel long as I could. Fire all types of motherfuckers. Yeah, I've been yelling and looking crazy because I'm fighting deep state. And they fucking everywhere. They everywhere. They is everywhere. If you can't see this now, you are really your eye and you're woke. I'm woke and your third eye is closed. Plus they have people you can't even stop listening to them. The favorite celebrity caught up. Word. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here you go. So I was writing. Some of us should be like, why do we care that they system falling down? Really, this is really why do we care that they system is falling down? We say the legal system is fucked up against us. The banking system is fucked up against us. The police departments is fucked up against us. Housing, getting housing and stuff like that fucked up against us. In the workplace, getting paid is fucked up against us. The Democratic Party supposed to represent us, been taking our votes for all those years. They fucked up against us. Why? What are we complaining about? I don't see why we are complaining. I don't see why when I post something talking about the Pentagon and how they went in there. That's why the Pentagon IT director stepped down. This motherfucker should be in jail, because in the Pentagon, on a private server for only Pentagon employees, the department, matter of fact, not even Department of DOD, Department of Defense employees, their private server, they found child porn. And not only did they find child porn on the private server, they found people there registered to child pornography sites in the Pentagon. In the Pentagon. And you gotta say, oh, this shit is coming out because Trump is in there. This shit was allowed to go on because of Clinton and Bush and Obama them was in there. In the Pentagon, on a military site. These motherfuckers was so brazen and so bold and so relaxed and comfortable that they on looking at child porn and subscribe to them on a safe, secure military server site or website. Crazy. How could you be sad if this shit come down? You could maybe be concerned, not even worried, because we surviving in this bullshit that they set up. It's a cesspool. This is not a company. A country. America is not a country. It is a corporation. It is a greedy corporation. And with that SEC decision the other day that just happened, Trump could sue United States, the corporation, for I think it's $14.3 quadrillion. The IRS is really the IRS. That I get into that later. But it's crazy. I don't see why we even care. We need to focus on mental, spiritual, back to nature, connecting with nature in some kind of way. I know it's hard. But yo, even if it's just go sit in the park, 40 Park, Horsey Street Park, and chill out. Listen to the birds. Listen to the trees sway a little bit for 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, or, you know what I'm saying, every other day, something like that. Like, you got to do that. You got to do that. You're going to see when you close your eyes and sit down and listen to the birds and the trees, it's going to make you feel good. Watch. I guarantee you. Might be temporary depending on what you got going on, but it's going to make you feel good inside here. Learn to accept facts. You might never know. I'm learning this shit every day. I talk to my son and look how it was, right? So, the son with the masters, Kai is telling them about the pyramids in America. Masters for education or what? He ain't teach him about that. So you know it's a lot. So I tell him about that. He like, word, Dad? So he started investigating, and then he come back with, yo, Dad, you know it's 7 in Arizona? So I'm like, yo, I didn't even know that. I just saw it was 1 in Arizona. He's a 7 in there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we just got to keep sparking each other to learn. And even like, yeah, that's my son, but you see, he sparked me something to learn. I'm talking to my girlfriend and her 13-year-old daughter. She know nothing about the pyramids or whatever. So like that. That's what we got to be focused on. Learning, relearning, learning everything. That's where we need to be at right now. Everybody. Even if you not black. That's what you should be trying to do. Because I think that white, black, green, purple, POC, whatever colorful flag, dysphoria, whatever you want to, whatever. We should be all focusing on that. Like, that's more important. These satanic, worshiping, pedophile, kid eating, kidnapping, we need to get all that shit out of here. Because if we don't, we ain't gonna get no peace. So y'all trying to have peace, but trying to ignore this big ass fire that's out of control over here. We gotta extinguish that fire first. Once we extinguish that fire, you're gonna see a lot of shit gonna automatically get better. And we don't need to become violent or hateful. We don't. We don't need to become violent or hateful. We don't. Yeah, you learn to protect yourself, defend yourself, prepare for what the possibilities when they fuck up some shit or whatever the case may be or whatever. But we shouldn't be violent. We shouldn't have to get a black, cold, murderous heart to get righteous. That don't make no sense. Once we get to where we good and we righteous and we mentally, and it's going to go away. Watch. So, I'm talking about the Ukraine thing over there. The money in Ukraine, Burisma, that's how you said Burisma. Ukraine and the company, the oil company or the gas company over there was Burisma. So, Joe Biden's son was working for them. I think he was getting $80K a month. He was getting $80K a month, and then money from out there was being funneled into Joe Biden's lobbying company, a political organization. And so that's how they funneled the money into Joe Biden. They charge their president over there and everything, stillion billions. And they tried to bribe the investigator with $50 million. They tried to bribe him with $50 million. They arrested the guy and only recovered $6 million. So I don't need they even was saying now, where's the other $44 million at? So it's crazy out there. $6 million bribe. It was a tax scam involving illegal tax on gas for every Ukraine citizen. That's what they was doing. So they, just like they do here, would say an illegal tax on your mortgage or illegal tax on your car or illegal tax on this or whatever the case may be. And they sneak it in there. Oh, this $1.50 or this, and be going to a crooked organization. Why did marriage license come about? I was talking to some people about that, the marriage license and all that. Because if this thing does topple or whatever the case may be, you know, marriage license, and what's going to be our marriage ceremony? We ain't going to need no paperwork. We should have never needed no fucking paperwork anyway to get married. A man take a woman and a woman take a man, and they going two witnesses and a person performing a ceremony. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need the fucking government inside. And then I was seeing, somebody told me that marriage license came about because the government wanted to keep an eye on interracial marriages. Wanted to track who was marrying who and shit like that. So all of they shit come about behind evil purposes. So you have people out there, oh, I want to get married, and pressure they, I want to get married, we got to get married, and I got to get a marriage license and all this. It's evil. It's demonic forces behind that shit, behind the energy. Do we go back to jumping the broom, though? Do we go back to jumping the broom? The broom. So, okay, China Lake. So let's go back to China Lake. Got the China Lake, right? Look, so we talk about China Lake and Norton Air Force Base out there, a saucer base. It's a base where they do mind control. It's in Ridgecrest, California. There was an earthquake there. Yeah, earthquake. They was out there. Yeah, so now back to this Pentagon thing. The National Defense Network. That's the... These guys was on the National Defense Network. Project Flickr, 5,000 individuals, many in the DOD, were subscribed to child porn sites. Scumbags. And you go, okay, well, sure, that Pentagon shit out the last time I mentioned Dynacorp. Last show I mentioned Dynacorp. Dynacorp is a scumbag level, not elite level, a scumbag level sex trafficking ring involving the UN. Dynacorp is a American company with a one of them military contracts that was sex trafficking. Yes, you heard me right. Dynacorp was, what's up, brother? Dynacorp was an elite level, scumbag level sex trafficking ring that involved the UN and General James Graz, Graziopplene. He was running shit, and he's right now charged with rape and incest. Big money, big politics, big business, big religion. The Royals, the Vatican, all of that was involved in this. This is shit like you just gotta learn to accept that they was doing satanic worshiping in the Vatican over there. That they was doing satanic worshiping in the Vatican over there. Like, this is shit you just gotta get used to. The Franklin scandal. Let's give you some stuff. So these stuff that y'all can look up: Dynacorp, Project Flicker, Franklin scandal. Like, y'all can look these up so y'all could check and see it, because I read it and I ain't write all of the notes down, but I wrote some highlights. But I'm gonna give y'all the stuff. Y'all could go look at it. Look it up. Franklin scandal, 1989. Hundreds of children flown around the U.S. to be abused by high-ranking establishment members, businessmen. This and this. This is in '89. The Franklin scandal. Kids just flying around. They just flying kids around on planes. The fuck these people. And this shit is documented. And then you'll go, you're a conspiracy theory. What? We got proof that this shit is happening. That this shit done happen. That it exists. Word. We don't need your pity, though. Too, with all this statues and stuff coming down, we don't need your pretty. We just need you to do right. We just need you to do right. We just need you to take your fucking knee off the brother before 8 minutes is up. Like, we need you to do shit like that. Like, regular shit. We ain't asking for nothing crazy. Like, yeah, the thing is, stop lying. When cops do illegal shit, they gotta go to jail, and politicians too, just like us. Y'all throw us to get in jail, and y'all this and this and that, and woo 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 woo, and we eat it. So just like we eat our shit, y'all gotta eat this shit. When y'all get caught, y'all gotta go to jail, man, and y'all gotta stop making excuses for them. And we need to start making sure we shine a light on that shit to make sure they get held responsible. It's a fact. Because if I was involved in the trafficking ring or something, or they thought I was involved in the trafficking ring, they'd be at I wouldn't even be able to do this video right now. So yeah, who are we? Who are we? We are the sons and the daughters. We are the sons and daughters of the living power, Most High. That's who we are. That's who we are. We the sons and daughters of the Most High, living power. Period. And we closer, a lot closer to what I thought we was, because you mix in the fact with the pyramids here, and then they change the map up and all of that type of stuff like that. Then that gets you to where, yo, we closer and a lot closer to where we thought we was than they said we was. You know what I mean? And like, even with me, I was looking at me, right? How I got dark. Now, if I stay in the house for all winter long and all that, no sun, I get just as light and beige and all of that as I want to be. The more I come out there in the sun, my skin get brown and brown and brown and brown and browner. So, and I just say, so think about somebody with the skin doing the same shit as mine's back in them times, back in them days. Exactly. Because I'm the earth, I'm the soil, I'm the ground. We look like that. So I'm telling you. So we adjust. We adjust. It's in our DNA to adjust. So, but anyway. Oh, Canada. Canada, they got subs. They got subs in Canada too. So some of them are not. They call them DOMs, but some of them are not DOMs. Some of them by civilians. or whatever. So you know what I'm saying. So you know with Elon Musk digging them holes down, they got a lot of them in Canada, they say. And that Trudeau, he's a lizard too. He's a lizard too. So they said the F-17, F-19, all of them bombers got technology not of this world. That's how some of the bombs they could disappear and all of this stuff like that. Prisons, hospitals, universities. Yeah, Project Monarch. Project Monarch. Look that up. Some of these domes, not military, built by private people. Okay, good deal. Black Hebrew Israelites that shot that cop in New Jersey, and I wrote that down because remember when they shot the cops? All Hebrew Israelites, black Hebrew Israelites was bad. All Hebrew Israelites was bad. Remember that? Why we can't get the same thing? That's all I'm saying. Why we can't get the same thing? The same thing that worked for you, working for us. If it's all with us, then it's all with us. If it's some for y'all, then it's some for us. Chosen seed of the Bible is either you the Seth Abel or the Ish Cain. You either ride, and I see something else. Either you riding with the children, the offsprings of woman, or you riding with the offsprings of a serpent. Who you gonna ride with? It's not about color. You could be black serpents, blue serpents, green serpents. It's not about color. It's like right now it's about, yo, we gotta get rid of that. We lost our land, our history, our knowledge. Yep. He said, you know, when you got it, he was talking about, he read, shout out to Big Judah. Big Judah, he got a lot of different books, and so he go back and forth, and so it's funny how he was saying that, and then he started talking about the scriptures, or the religious texts or whatever. I call them more religious texts than scriptures. But the religious text, and he was talking about how he go from this, you know, the Bible to the King James version to the Apocrypha, however you say that shit, and then to the John Smith version and all of this like that. And so that's the same thing I did. Remember, I said after a while, to me it kind of seemed like they all go together, like it was a picture and shit. I've been saying that shit for 25 years. That you gotta take and pick and go from each one, and so that way you get a better picture. Just staying in one, you're not gonna get the whole picture. It's gonna get a tainted picture. You gotta jump around or whatever. And so yeah, so we get to that. He was saying, like, you know, you gotta combine the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom together. You know what I'm saying? They only telling part of the story, you know, because the prophecy, he said, it's prophecy. The Bible telling our future, our lives right now. They deny who we were the whole time, and Revelation, they see us rising up. Revelation chapter 11. Gentiles been hiding all the truth, the Most High bringing it out. Having to look for because they hid it. Yep. Or you want to stay asleep and be comfortable. That's where we at now. We at the point now where it's either it's like it's no denying what it is. So either you want to accept it or not. You know what I mean? But because sooner or later you're gonna have to accept it. You're gonna have to accept it. Everybody gonna have to accept it. So you might as well, you know. We the ones that fit the prophecy. Don't expect the truth or anything out of they say. You can't expect it. You can't expect it. All the books is tainted. We've been persecuted since 1492. Our time is up. Blah, 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 blah. Daytime is up. Blah, 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 blah. So I was watching, like he was talking about the good commercial they ran on Good Morning America, where they got black mothers talking to their kids and scaring the death out their kids about going outside in the streets and dealing with this and this and that and putting all this fear and all of this into them and all of this. Man, you don't supposed to be scaring them kids up like that. Yeah, you tell them who and let them know who they have to deal with and how they got to deal with. But we don't supposed to be scared. We got to stop feeling scared. We got to stop feeling like we doing something wrong when we getting treated like shit and they the ones doing us wrong. Like, you can't be putting that fear into your child. You gotta put some strength into your child. You gotta put something different into your child. And I like the way they make parenting the black woman role, period. Like, they just try to just totally just erase, disregard, shit on black fathers. And black fathers gotta start talking to these children more. Black uncles, black men in general gotta start talking to these kids more. Y'all gotta start letting them talk to the kids more. For real. Scaring the shit out of them with the pose, yeah. Not one black man of strength nowhere around. Fucking brainwash. They fucking brainwash us. Brainwash us. Mental slavery. China and America both telling their military that the other military got an EMP. So I don't know what that means. EMP, electronic, some post thing or whatever, where it could shut everything electrical down one day. So that might be a way they say where point the fingers at each other when somebody hit them through the switch on us. Just throwing that out there. Mental slavery. That's what they wanted. They wanted mental slavery. We have been conditioned, programmed to think everything. They programmed to think everything. So now here we go. Long Pine. It was an earthquake in Long Pine, right? So I'm like, let me look that up. California gold mines. I'm like, gold? They stole our gold. And Trump been trying to get there. And with the dollar getting ready to go to the gold. So that's the connection right there. Gold, right? So I'm like, okay, let me look it up. See what's, start looking. John Sanders. John Sanders, right? John Sanders sound like the guy that died at ESPN, right? John Sanders is the BLM administrator for like the first 17 companies. Own the first 17 companies. Then you got Glenn W. Aiken, he owns some. And then this where it really get good. Then somewhere down you got Douglas G. McFarlane, a bishop that owns a couple of those companies. I'm like, yeah, that's crooked. That's crooked right there. That's crooked right there. 1400s, 1500s, they started to hide all our records. The Mormons treated or thought that the Native Americans was Hebrew Israelites. And so that's how you throw in the Book of James, Book of Mormons, rather. I'm sorry, the Book of Mormons. You throw in the Book of Mormons or whatever, because the Mormons was, I guess what you got to do is you got to look for other people in those times that wrote stories and stuff and listen to the stories that they told. They got a book with Christopher Columbus and what he talked about is in describing the people and all of this. And then it's a Catholic priest, a Spanish Catholic priest that wrote everything and wrote down stuff, and they hit him. They took him and hit him all. They took him and hit him all. Right? So the Christopher Columbus book, prophecies of the writing in his own words, right? This book alone cost $1,600 just so you could read the words that he's talking about. But Columbus said he came here to fulfill a prophecy. He came here looking for Jerusalem. He didn't come here looking for China or nothing shit like they be telling you or whatever. He came here to fulfill a prophecy. And he thought he was going to be part of the prophecy that enslaved us for 400 years. Right? Because it says in the Bible that someone is going to come to enslave you. So yeah, it's crazy. Book of Moors. What's the Catholic piece? The people were clean. This is the Catholic priest from that lived from 1529 to 1590. The people were clean dressed. He got his info from the natives that they told him we was to wait here till the Creator came back for us. This is what the priest said. It's in the History of Spain book. In the Spain book about the early Aztecs and the natives. AKA he didn't wash it. Yeah, he wrote a text. Then it disappeared. The original text in 1585 disappeared. Then John B. Glass in 1900 found a handwritten copy. Yeah, and wrote it up. Us, not the Greeks and the Hamites. We need information to awake, not the feelings. We don't need to get mad and this and this and that. We need to get smarter. We need to get smarter, period. Smarter gonna wake you up. They changed everything to make Cortez look nice, of course. The questionnaire that they had, they gave them a questionnaire in 1579, right? And that we had letters, each symbol had a meaning. We had calendars, we had food, we knew about the flood, we knew about Satan, we didn't worship idols. Yeah, that was us. This is from the Spanish priest. Mormons, Codex, Joseph, Book of Mormon. Yeah, that's when they changed in 1830. They started changing. They tried to make it a little nicer. But they said the Book of Mormon, the original one, they had a Hebrewish feel to it. It had a black, Asiatic, Southern vibe. That's what it had. Like I'm telling you, they stole our shit from us. Here go another one. So I seen, you see, they had the earth. Here go another earthquake in Iceland, in Greenland, right? So I looked that up, right? And so I was looking up some of the dumbass laws that they got there. Before I get, so you can't get your cat spaded, but you could get your male neutered. These are some of the laws they got. It's illegal to die in the town because of germs or whatever. It's illegal to die because they said the bodies don't decompose, so it's illegal to die. Licenses for a TV, you gotta buy a license for a TV or whatever. If your car is stalled on the thing, it must be marked or whatever. It must be marked. Like, to me, I was like, a lot of these shit seem like helpful trafficking laws. Like, your car stalled, like, leave a signal so we'll know, right? Days in the sun. The days the sun don't rise, it's legal that you got to get up and have sex with your husband. If you challenge a man to death and he says no, he has to pay you 3 mules or some shit like that. So it was crazy. So I saw that and then I went back. Yeah, that's the one. They got to I'm gonna get back to what I found in that one. We gonna get back to that, but maybe it's on the back. Nah, it ain't on the back. I'ma find it though. But in Greenland, just keep them stupid ass laws in Norway, in Greenland, Iceland. Keep them dumb ass laws in the back of your head. Cause down here somewhere, I ain't gonna search for it and get lost. But it's down here somewhere. I'm gonna get to it. So Mike Flynn, General Mike Flynn, 2-1, won his appeals victory. He getting ready to start telling. Everything he know. He getting ready to start telling. So it's getting ready to come out now. I seen a picture, seditious, treason, seditious. Yeah, they getting ready to charge Biden, Obama. They getting ready to get charged through this Flynn guy. They took notes of the meeting where they decided to get Flynn. You actually took notes. Handwritten notes in the meeting and talk about what Obama said. Handwritten notes. Oh, Lordy. They so going to jail, fucking dummies. the United States, it got three things going on here. You got a portion trying to be a company, and you got this country. You got some trying to be a little small portion that's trying to hold and rep laws of a country, and then you got companies. Companies that's in all types of shit. United States of America, when it's capitalized like that, is corporation. That is illegal. And the IRS is hooked up to this illegal corporation. And so the IRS was under the illegally was getting taxes for us for they was getting taxes for us for the Bank of International. Yes. The Bank of International, or BIS, is the company that owns America, or that the company that was the IRS was giving our tax money to. The IRS claims ownership over all land, real estate, all men, hands, and legs. So the IRS is the one that claims, and they are the ones that, through the Federal Reserve, is giving the money to the Bank of International, right? Because they had us in foreclosure. America been in foreclosure to this bank since 1933. So the IRS, and remember talk about that SEC ruling, the IRS is illegal. The IRS is an illegal company with all of this right here. The Federal Reserve is an illegal company right here. So that 14.3 quadrillion, that's 14,300 trillions. $14.3 quadrillion is what they owe us. That's the debt. That's the debt they put on us that we paid off. That's what they owe us. And so, with that SEC thing the other day, I think Trump got their ass. The debt, the Bank of International Settlements, which is based in Switzerland. Yeah, the debt of the IRS, the bank of, yeah. And it was Code Title 28, Chapter 176, Section 3002, Paragraph 15. United States is a federal corporation in bankruptcy. They established the bankruptcy trust, the Federal Reserve System, and went from there. Even the people. Pentagon child porn on federal server for only DoD employees, and they were subscribed to the child porn sites. Child porn on federal server for only boom, boom, boom. That shit was all over DC. Oh, okay, I got it. So you got the Pentagon with the child porn and all that. Then you got the Comet Pizza right there, the pizza shop where they was going and all of that stuff, and Obama and all of them. You got Pizzagate. You got John Podesta. That's a fucking cesspool. The shit with them flying the kids around and all of that. The thing with Obama talking about flying at $65,000 worth of pizza and hot dogs in and all that, and Hillary coming in and saying, yo, wop, 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 and don't do that, whoop-de whoop, 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 whoop. They dragging Shaun King after they prop Shaun King up stupidly. Man, that shit is just a waste of fucking energy. Shaun King going around acting like a black man, pumping up, got the prominence off the lives of Black Lives Matter and the brother Darren Shields out there, whatever the case may be. And now, after the fact, you want to claim that you helping to tear down the bullshit that you get out of here. Was Michael Jordan, forget MJ, but not that MJ, but was Michael Jackson extorted? Was he extorted? Was he extorted? He was trying to get out the I'm trying to read this. So yeah, so I watched a video and I posted it where Mike and Donald Trump was cool. Mike was fighting against Sony. Mike was a smart businessman. Mike had beat Sony. Mike was trying to get out the Illuminati. Mike and James Brown was trying to get out the Illuminati. Mike talked about it. And so now they saying that the same people that with Q that helped JFK fake his death, Michael Jackson faked his death. Because Michael Jackson was speaking out against it. And that's, remember, the media turned against him, Wacko Jacko and the trial and all that. They tried to tear Mike down and all that. It makes sense now. He was trying to get out the Illuminati. He's trying, him and James and shit. And they didn't want that. I can see that. I can see it so clear now. It's crazy. Trump sticks up for Michael Jackson. I seen that. He ain't too many white people on tape speaking up for Michael Jackson. Watch the video. Mike is speaking. He's speaking up for Mike. And so then it got to this dude named Dave. Dave is. You gotta watch the video. They said Dave he met Mike when he was little or whatever, but then they like listening to him talk and everything. They trying to say Dave is Mike. Mike was going against Sony, the Illuminati, Wacko Jacko, the crooked media. They was trying to discredit him. He owned the publishing for the Beatles anthology and all of that. He was talking shit. He was a smart black man. Mike was saying a lot of things Trump saying and using. Fred the Godson, the rapper Fred the Godson, never heard a song, don't know him from Adam, or Fred the Godson. Say he was killed. He was assassinated because he was in that, not assassinated. He was executed for that shit, crimes against people. So they say yeah, Fred the Godson was killed, was executed. Akon, he caught up in that shit too. Akon caught up in it too. He got $1 billion from China. He's caught up in it too. Did good business, outsmarted them. He talked about Mariah Carey coming to him crying. He said Mariah came to him crying that Tommy was a very evil. He's horrible, and we need to keep going till he's terminated. Mike even said the best is yet to come. Something that Trump be saying, the best is yet to come. I seen it. Talked about getting out the thing. Robert Johnson, blues singer. Oh, okay. Johnny Depp, here's one. Johnny Depp looked like he got K-U-R-U. Kuru. Kuru is a disease you get from eating infected brains. Disease you get from eating infected brains. Yes, people. Zombie movies is a joke, but Zuru is the real life. It's the real life thing. Look at Johnny Depp. He look like a zombie. Lady Gaga, she gotta go to jail too. She down. They pick our stars. We never pick our stars. They promote our stars. I got this from Freeway Rick Ross talking about fake ass Rick Ross. They pick our stars. They promote them, and then they make us like them. By their promotion. And then they brainwash them to control them. So now you see how they got it? Fake ass 50 Cent. Anthony Weiner laptop is going to come back out too. 650,000 emails. Crimes. Court dates and crimes. It's crazy. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She worked for Hillary. And she had 3 Iranians working for her that everybody said was crooked in D.C. And her and Gregory Meeks was the only ones that decided not to stop using these tech guys, right? So these tech guys that's supposed to make 30,000 a year was making 160 and all of this. Like over 4 years, these three brothers made $4 million, right? A 30,000 a year job, right? So one of the brothers lose their laptop. The laptop get found by Capitol Police in D.C. and they got to do their little investigation or whatever, investigate and everything like that, because it's an Iranian laptop. It's not no politician. But Wasserman Schultz, yo, she went hard at them. It's on it's on one of the videos. She went hard at them, trying to, and they like, and I'm watching it, I'm like, you went that hard at them. All you did was make them go, what's in the laptop? That she going this fucking, she acting like a rabid dog trying to get the laptop back. Anybody with half a brain would go, what's on the fucking laptop? And because it's not her actual property, and it's these dudes that got the military, got access to politicians and all that, we got to see what's on the laptop. That laptop out there floating around. What else she got? She pressed them hard. NYPD, when they found the Anthony Weiner laptop, and NYPD sent a copy to the feds came back and said, if y'all use the laptop, we gonna charge y'all with the Eric Garner. I was gonna say Michael Griffin. I still remember that, ran a brother down. But in the 80s. But yeah, they said they gonna do the Eric Garner thing. Yeah, the FBI, Obama's DOJ, put pressure on them. NYP kept the copy. It had money laundering, sex crimes, politicians, all kinds of shit on there. So they putting pressure on them. And don't forget, 9 out of the 12 original officers that seen the tape all committed suicide. They all committed suicide. 9 of them. 9 out of 12 committed suicide. Yeah, right. Pink is a man. Ellen is a man. Michelle is a man. Okay. Beyonce is a man. Oh, this game fun. Allegedly. MJ is alive, man. I like that thought. MJ alive, and he got out the Illuminati, and he's somewhere doing a moonwalk right now. Don't matter if you black or white. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I like that thought. If Elvis could be alive and Tupac, I like Mike alive, moonwalking, dancing somewhere, got his freedom, he could walk around and they ain't trying to rip his clothes up and all that. Yeah, I like that. June 7th, 2020. This is good, y'all. I know this is a long show. We're going to try to speed it up. But this is a good one. Archbishop Vigano. He wrote a letter to Trump. Yep, wrote a letter to Trump. It's in Lifestyle News, LifeSite News. Look up Lifestyle News and go Vigano Trump letter, and it'll come up. Battle between I'm gonna give you some highlights. The battle between the offspring of a woman and a serpent. They got no morals. He mentioned deep state. And look, deep state, which you wisely oppose, which is fiercely waging a war against you. Then he got to a point where he said SOLVE et COAGULA. Some shit, right? Some bullshit, because it's some satanic bullshit. So to break substance down to its basic element before reforming it again, it's on the arm of Buffett or whatever that dude is, and it's a Masonic teachers and stuff. And it's darkness, children of the darkness. I'm the light. And again, my Masonic brothers, y'all gotta denounce that, man. Y'all gotta get away from that. Y'all gotta move away from that. He said, you got the deep state there, we got the deep church. The deep church? That's deep. Betrays his duty, invisible enemy. They down with globalism, New World Order, the Universal Brotherhood, which has nothing ain't a Christian about it, but invokes Masonic idols, boo boo boo. They trying to take God out of the courts, out of the schools, out of family, out of churches. Yes, that's what they doing. And they doing a good job. They is doing a really good job. Yeah, he said this is what he urged. He said he urged to wake up, and he talking about everybody. He said everybody wake up from their sluggishness. Children of the light, good, and make our voices heard. That's what I said when I first started this video. I want to have conversations, difficult conversations. That was my first video I ever put up. First video I ever put up. And so, yeah, so this the show. You know what I mean? I wanted to come through. I was writing and I had to do the show because if the show would be too long. Boop, 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 boop. So I was writing. So, yeah, so this the show. I hope I gave some good information out there. You just gotta keep all options open. That's all I could tell you. Like, we at a point where if you think a thought, it's really nobody that could really tell you wrong about having that thought right now. Like, you come and say, yo, Sherm, man, we know, maybe it was really a lot less than what we thought came over in them slave ships. It was 20-60 million of us over here. Maybe this the Holy Land. This the land of Joseph. Like who? You can't argue that. You can't argue that until we see everything and everything is revealed. You can't argue. So keep your mind open. Look at things positively. Work on yourself. You know where you strong, not just physically, mentally, and try to use other emotions besides anger. Try to use other emotions, anger and stuff like that. Yeah, you could be outraged, but anger and all that, you got to get more tactical. We got to get smarter. We got to wise up. But that's my show. Yo, love, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the positive people telling me, yo, you make me think. You make me think. That's all I want to do. I want to make people think. I want to make people stop just accepting what they give us. Because what they give us is control. All right, that's my show. Big Sherm love, y'all.